So I'm Tamar Baratashvili. I work in Ozorix for Danish company Internote. It is a company which produces one of the big document storage and keeping and working solution, and it is sold in Denmark, Sweden, and Norway, as I remember. Okay. So I want to talk about obstacles in Georgia because this is what I have experienced during working for 3 years already in this sphere. And it is a little bit like painful subject for me because I love testing, I love this job, and there are so many problems here. So first of the problems is that a lot of people who consider themselves as testers, they don't have skills. Now, already for 3 months, we are at my firm, we are looking for a tester, but we cannot find any of them because we receive a lot of resumes, some of which are good, but when we invite them for interviews, we find out that they don't know what they present at the resume or what we expect them to know, because they don't know what are test cases and they don't know what are even bug reports. And if we ask what they are doing at their work, they say, well, we test. How do you test? Well, just click there and there. Well, okay. But the thing is that we are looking actually for a tester who knows at least these two things, because we need to teach them our program, and it is huge. It will take at least 3 months to teach. And this is not cool. So one of the things is that there is lack of professional development opportunities. There are no trainings, no seminars here. When, for example, even if we ask somebody to go to be better like that, they don't have any opportunities here. Maybe, yeah, Coursera or Khan Academy, but a lot of people prefer like actual person standing in front of them to teach, but there is no such opportunity, unfortunately. And besides that, there is low interest for that. And since there is low interest, there is no supply of that opportunities. Well, actually, last month I wanted to start a training course of testing for beginners at UG Le Monde Training Center, but as a matter of fact, no one registers there. And I was like shocked because we are looking for testers. They don't have the skills required for this job, but no one even thinks of registering for this training. And a few people apply for testing jobs. Why? Because a lot of people don't know what testing means actually. Because like 3 years ago, when even earlier, I was working also like I explained people work who come to our interviews. Yes, I was kind of doing testing. I was clicking there, and oh, one result appears, okay, good. Another result appears, okay, bad. Then I tell developer and something like that. But actually, I had no idea what I was doing. And then my fate brought me to the software testing training course, which was provided by Ukrainian guys here. And then I understood what I am doing. I understood what it is actually, and I understood how to make it right. And after that, I found a wonderful job where I am now. I'm doing what I like, but the point is that few people apply for the jobs because they don't know what testing is. One of the interesting facts which I discovered pretty recently, not recently, maybe a year ago, is that, well, expectations of employers are inadequate. At least when you scroll these jobs website like JobsG or HRG, you discover, well, several QA jobs, but one of the job description which I found was, there was written salary, and the salary for the first step is 550 lari, for the second step is 750, and for the third is 1,000, and the gap between and duration of the steps is 8 months. How do you think? Is it adequate, fair to pay for tester who spent a lot of time, a lot of money for their education? I don't think so. And okay, if they promise to teach you what is test cases, what is bug report, how to do your job, and pay you that for your job, yeah, it's okay. Yeah, it's great actually, but they're expecting already professionals for this sphere. And I don't think it's right. Okay, and here in Georgia, mostly project managers are testing software. What I have discovered is that at some companies, project managers do like user acceptance tests when at the end they just test how it works. Or when one functionality of a program is done, they test and yeah, like click on that button, on this button, and that's it. And most of the project managers who probably even do not do this testing, which I said earlier, they do not understand the necessity of software testing, so why people need it? Well, why? Yeah, people, because people are end users. Why do we need it? Because developers, they write, they're professionals, they write everything correctly, good, and why should be there any bug if they are not bad developers? Well, to sum up here, all of the points which I said earlier, and these problems occur because of lack of awareness among Georgian population. What is software testing and why do we need it? Because even if you scroll down the jobs websites, you find so many job posting of development, .NET, C#, PHP, or I don't know, a lot of. But among, for example, 1,000 job posting of software testing, of development, there is only a few, at most 10 of software testing job posting, which is also a little. So I want to say that it's like a magical circle. It's like employers expect you to have experience, and you don't have experience, and how will you get experience if employers only hire people with experience? And yeah. And I want to say something about solution, and the slide of which I forgot to add here. And I think solution is here to raise awareness, like raise awareness of what is software testing, why do we need it, why do software project need, why does software project need it? Anyway, and we can do it by making blogs, posting some blog posts somewhere, or doing such things and inviting people who are not from this sphere, but who is interested in in computers. Yes. Well, that's it from me.
Any questions?
Questions? No questions.
No questions? Wow.
I explicitly explained everything, or one question.
Yes. First of all, I would like to thank you for sharing your personal experience. I know it's always hard and tough to speak about serious things. I'm just wondering, how do you personally decided to become a tester? If it's so hard, and was it some kind of luck that brought you into profession? And do you personally see for yourself some perspectives in development?
Okay. I became software tester because I was for several times at right time, at the right place. Because I started working in one of the construction development company, and there I was financier, and in order, they were building some software for leasing their areas to people, and that software had to calculate the amount which lessee has to give them. And this was connected to foreign exchange rates and very complicated formula. Well, that time I had to collect every information from every people who was working there that time, because one knows only one thing of this information, another thing, and then I collected it and had an opportunity to talk with the software developer, yeah, this is the first time I'm having any touch with software. After that, I was unemployed for 10 months, and at one event, I met a person who, after that event, invited me to work at his firm. And my position there was project specialist. Something I had some job with software, doing something exploratory testing. We were making ERP system for Georgian market. And there I was clicking there. I didn't know what I was doing. And then I was at my university where I graduated from, went to see my professors, and one of my professors asked what I was doing, and he was surprised and gave me business card and told me, call. They are providing training courses. I now call them and go there. Okay, I was taking this business card with me, and I wanted to leave his office, and he was like, no, sit down now and call that people. Okay, I had no choice. I sat down, called, and then I went there. I was thinking firstly to attend project management course, but then I saw a lot of people there applying for that training course, and since I'm not very fond of a lot of people gathering around me, even though I'm standing here now, I decided to go to try testing. It was free, and my only job in order to fulfill this agreement with the training providing company was to teach other people in Georgia of software testing. So okay, I went there, and then I learned what I was doing. I learned what was it about, and when I understood that I was not doing it correctly, I tried to change things at my workplace, but in vain. And I started looking for the job and another job. And in a month, I was already in another company where I am now. Yeah, like that, my history.
Okay, thank you very much.
Do we have any other questions?
I have a question. So thank you very much for sharing your ideas. And at one of the slides, you've mentioned the salaries for junior QA position and for middle QA position. Personally, I agree that those numbers are very low. So from your point of view, which salaries will be fair in these cases?
Well, the first salary I would say would be at least 100,000, no, 100, 1,500 I think would be okay for junior, maybe.
And for middle?
At least, no, junior.
And for middle?
And for middle, that depends already about negotiation between, because middle would have experience already.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay, another question?
Hi, many thanks for your presentation. And you said that you try to run your own courses for QA, for popularization of QA. And my question is, do you have some internet web portals or your own internet web page where you can share your experience in QA or something like that?
Not yet, but I'm working on that.
I can to advise you, there is QA Tbilisi. It would be great to share your experience with.
Well, I'm saying that I'm working on one website. Yes, to share QA experiences or to write something about QA in Georgian language.
Many thanks for your work in this in this way. Thanks.
Thank you.
Any other questions? No, I think so. Thank you very much, Tamar, for your interesting presentation.
Thank you.